about the long intro there. I was having some troubles getting things going. So today is going to be my first video that I'm going to be talking about Dragon Masters. Now, Dragon Masters is a game that I've been in for quite some time now. So I really never paid much attention to Dragon Masters. I got to admit, I really probably should have paid a lot more attention to it. But let's kind of go over first my start in Dragon Masters. So a little over a year ago, I had a guild called Sans Meta Army. We were pretty heavy in the Web3 and the whole scholarship thing. And it was going really good, but the bear market hit and things started going down. And at one point, Dragon Masters reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to start getting involved in their project and start doing some of the gameplay that they had out there. So at that point, I really wasn't really too excited about getting into new projects just because, with the market going down and everything, and I wasn't making hardly any money at that point, and it was a lot of work trying to keep up with all the different games. And this was almost exactly 1 year ago. So I looked into it. I'm like, well, this doesn't seem too bad. I asked a lot of my guild mates, would you guys be interested in playing Dragon Masters? And they all said, yeah, we'll give it a shot. So a little worried about investing too much money, because remember, this is in the middle of the bear market. So I put in about $300, and at that point I had a manager, and he did most of the work for me. He got it set up. He bought some dragons with it and all that good stuff. So nothing too exciting. We're looking at it. We're not making a whole lot. We're making a few pennies a day. And I'm kind of like, well, this just really kind of isn't working. But I am profitable, so what? And they enjoyed playing the game, so I let them continue playing. And then I started looking into it. I found different ways that I could get discounts and stuff like that on the whole repair cost or re-energizing or whatever it's called. And that's when they started going through and started making a little more money. So I started, okay, well, this ain't too bad. And, just gradually built up a little bit. We got up to where they were starting to play pretty good. They were starting to earn a little bit more money. And I said, all right, well, let's see what happens when I put the money into the game to get my maximum discount on everything. So when I put in and I got the maximum discount, I noticed we started making a little bit more money. I'm like, this is working pretty good. Now I'm up to where, I think I was making about $1 a day at that point, and I think I was only invested like $600. Now a 600-day return, that's not very good, but we'll go with it. Whatever. It's better than all the other games we're doing. And at this point, I'm still not very invested time-wise in the game. I'm not really looking into it. I'm not playing the game. But I got my scholars playing the game, and, we're not doing too bad. So then that's when I started looking into the breeding. And I'm like, okay, let's check out this breeding. Let's see if I can get some a little bit better dragons through breeding. And maybe, the gameplay, they can start winning some more. So I love breeding. I don't know what it is about breeding, but I love breeding. So I started breeding a bunch of dragons. And at this point, I think I put 600 more dollars in at that point. And we've been in the game for about 3-4 months at this time. We're not investing a whole lot of time in it, but we're still playing it. And then started breeding, started getting some more and more. My profits started going way up. So then I started looking more into it. I'm like, okay, I'm making some decent money here, not nothing too exciting. I think at that point I was making like maybe or $5 a day. You know, still not a great ROI, but still better than all the other games that I was in at the time. So I started looking in more and more into the game play and the different aspects and what more you can do within this game. And I'll cover some of that here shortly. And, you know, I'm like, okay, so then I ran it all the way up to where my total investment was $2,000, and everything that I was making in the game, I was reinvesting. And at that point, I started building up more and more dragons. And if you look over here, and now this is a year later, I now have 453 dragons in the game. And I got a couple eggs here. You know what? Let's start an egg hatch. I think I got one ready to be hatched, a couple ready to be hatched. And nothing too exciting here. But let's go ahead and just start the hatch. You know, I don't know if you guys are all aware, but this takes a while to get done. You know, it's not a quick deal. So I started looking into some things and started going along. And then, you know, if you go over to, that's not what I want to look at. That. I got $2 in there. Rentals. So right now I don't have a whole lot of rentals going on. But if you go down here, this is one thing that's really important if you guys are planning on doing this. Gotta get that out of the way. So this here is your discounts. So I keep 210,000 totems in the game to get my 50% discount. You know, that's a pretty good discount. You know, because at the beginning it's 0.5 totems, and with the discount it's only 0.25 totems. A big savings. So anyways, I wanted to get in there. So I'm renting almost all my dragons out. And it works pretty good for me. And I also do a lot of staking. And I'm going to build little short videos on all the different ways that you can make money in this game, because there's so many different ways you can make money. And so staking, I got all 44 slots filled in. I'm still working on getting some up there. But, you know, because I'm only about, I'd say an average of just the double S. And I'm making about 600 DMT a day doing this. You know, that's a decent income. Most of my money is coming through my rentals as of right now. So, got to wait through and see what happens there. So, with that said, I do have some time to start making money. So you probably are here because you want to know how I'm making 50 USD a day. So as of right now, I am not making 50 USD a day. But throughout March, my average through March was 50 USD a day through all my rentals, all my staking. And then also in the game, there's a few other ways you can make a little bit of money. I don't do a whole lot of gameplay. You know, I don't go in and I don't actually play the game like a lot of people do. So the majority of my money's not coming from that. It's solely as an investor. So the reason I'm not making the 50 USD a day right now is, as you can see, I bought a lot of the new dragons that came out. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but I bought 4 of them. So I took all my money out of the game in order to purchase those. And I also took some money or some dragons and different things to sell so I could get those. Now I'll build back up, I'm guessing in a couple more weeks here, to where I'm making the 50 USD a day again. So people out there don't realize what kind of opportunities here. And now remember, we're still in a bear market. I know a lot of people are saying the bull market has started, but we're still in a bear market, and I'm able to pull a pretty decent profit out of here. And that was after a maximum investment of the $2,000. Is all I've put into this game was $2,000. So it's kind of like, you know, if in a bear market I'm making 50 USD a day in a bear market, I'm pretty impressed with that. That's better than I'm doing in any of the other games that I'm involved in. So now I want to warn you guys, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't think right now, if you put 2,000 in the game, you would make that 50 USD a day. I built that up over a year through taking all my profits, reinvesting, doing some breeding, staking, and all those different things to get to that point. So, of course, this is not financial advice, but at the same time, I'm showing you what I did and how I got there. And I will start to build, I'm going to build a lot of short content that shows you the different things and the different strategies that I have. So it should be exciting. Now, I do want to talk about a couple other things that I have going on. So currently, I only have, I think, 3 scholarships going on. I can do a lot more scholarships. So if you guys are playing Dragon Masters and you are looking for a scholarship, go ahead and reach out to me. In the description, there's a link to the Jewelers Gaming Guild. So go ahead and join the Jewelers Guild. Now, I got to warn you, if you're going to be in part of the Jewelers Guild, you have to be also join Dragon Masters Discord also, and that's in the description as well. Because when you go in there, we'll do a quick check and see if you are a member of Dragon Masters or if you're just someone with not very good intentions. Let's just leave it at that. There's a lot of not nice people out there, so we got to kind of keep things going smooth. And I will be giving out scholarships. So my scholarships, I'm not fully sure what the share percentage will be. I want to start it at 40% to the scholar, but keep in mind, if you're not doing well, I can't keep paying you 40% if you're only running a 20 or 30% win rate. So all that's going to be fluid. It's going to be changing as time goes on. But we're looking to build up. I have enough dragons to put out approximately 100 scholarships. Now, I don't really want to do that because I want these scholarships to have good teams. I don't want them to be bad teams. So I want to build good teams. So now, as far as the scholarships go, it's going to be pretty much you tell me what you want as far as the dragons go, and I will try and get you those dragons. So it should be good. It should be exciting. We want to start getting a lot more gameplay. I've been talking to some of the guys over there in the Dragon Masters team, and they're willing to work with us and help us get things organized as well. So that should be exciting. I also want to share with you that through the Jewelers Guild, we will be adding a lot more scholarships for other games as well. We're just starting off with Dragon Masters. So, don't want to make this video too long. Tomorrow, I will be having another video. I will be going live in the morning tomorrow again. And I will cover the AMA, some of the stuff that was talked about in the AMA, and my thoughts and different stuff like that. So, guys, please subscribe if you like this content and want to see more and see what we got going on in Dragon Masters. So don't forget, join the Jewelers Guild if you're looking for a scholarship. And with that said, I will leave that there. And please don't forget to keep moving forward. Thanks again.